You downstairs?
Yeah. All right, we're back. Yo, I was just watching over it. It saved onto my desktop. It's not bad, bro.
Yeah.
I was starting to be a bit, a bit worried. Like, I don't know if this is any good, but it's coming out okay. Cause like,
Really?
if I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not really too worried about it being of any type of format, really. Cause I watch the shit that I watch is like, I watch shit that's like 3 hours long, no edits, no nothing, just straight up information. So
Straight up stream of consciousness.
yes, and that's become the content that I've actually started to enjoy the most. So yeah, man, as long as you keep the vibes, you smoke your bong, right?
What's going on? Can we back?
Hmm?
I froze for a second.
Okay.
Dude, you know what's so crazy?
Yeah. No, I
Is
don't.
well, I'm gonna tell you. It's how I haven't even started playing guitar like twice. I've touched the guitar like once. It's literally right there.
You know what's even crazier than that? Right after you told me that you wanted a guitar,
Fucking hell.
I
There it
found,
is. You see
bro, I found a guitar at my house, bro.
it?
It's just a guitar at my house. It's an electric guitar. Just is it electric? I think it's an electric guitar just sitting in my house. I don't know whose it is.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, man.
Use that shit, bro. This is like this time. Um, stay indoors time is.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know if I'll ever play the guitar because I got a keyboard that I'm trying to rock. I'm trying to rock the keyboard really just to get my production. Can you hear me?
Yeah, here you know. Wait, so what happens in the like when it cuts out in the video? Does it cut out as well in the
You know
recording?
what?
Or
I didn't get that far into it to where it started cutting out, and I'm not gonna stop this to start watching the other one, but we'll see.
or just yeah, you could just edit it.
We'll see. I mean, from what I saw though, we got some good stuff. You know what I
Cool.
mean? Especially like I was more worried about towards the end when it was cutting out a lot and we couldn't really hold a conversation and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but from what I saw, like the first 20, 30 minutes is looking good. But anyway, we're back. We're back and it seems like the Wi-Fi is not as bad. Because it's kind of late. It's like what time is it right now?
It's like 5 over there or some
Yeah,
shit.
it's 5 a.m. So that's how you know my internal clock, my circadian rhythm right now is
But we're
different,
not
bro.
feeling good about it.
Yeah, man.
Like the government is changing how we get used to time and shit.
Facts, bro. Facts. Shit. I feel like I don't know who I was saying this to the other day, but I feel like things can't go back to the way they were, bro.
They'll have to, man. But
I
it's
mean, to a certain extent, yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
like,
I dead ass think like you wouldn't be able to cough in public without like everyone will cover their mouth. Like no motherfucker's gonna be coughing like
mm,
without covering their mouth and shit.
coughing's
Like
gonna be like farting, bro.
yeah, literally, that's it.
You gotta apologize for that shit, for making us feel uncomfortable.
Begin coughing shit. It's like, whoa, man, chill with that shit.
Roni. Rona.
Before you know it, they'll be like, you can't fucking cough indoors or some shit. You gotta step out.
Yeah,
That'd be
but
funny.
not even just like that kind of thing as well, like just like on a social level, like people, because for a lot of people this is their first time really like being like, this is a lot of people's first holidays for real since they were in school and shit, like a lot of working people.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
don't just get to like chill like this. So yeah, I'm quite interested to see how it affects people's consciousness and the I'm hoping they use the time well, I'm hoping I use the time wisely. Shit. Hope. Hope is a bad word. shall I say? I mean, look, man, we're doing this podcast, man. Get off my back, bro.
I don't even. What do you mean, get off your back? What did I say?
No, I'm talking to myself, man. I'm talking to
Oh,
that aspect of me that's very self-critical. Let me ask some questions. What am I curious of, or that I feel like I may need your counsel with? I've been I'll tell you this, because I've been realizing from exploring my dreams the other night, I realized that I have this thing. I kind of and I didn't realize I did it, but I know that I do, but I didn't realize what, like, dreams are interesting in the sense that, like, they can show you things from different perspectives and in different ways, like in ways that are more symbolic and feeling oriented. But anyway,
yeah. Like if you make certain choices or some shit in your dream, like they kind of show you what you would do, or like who you see yourself in, I guess, or like who
yeah,
you.
and it also just shows you how things feel, as opposed to like say, for example, if you're watching a music video, like music videos are like dreams. Like, say you're watching a music video and you've got the song, right? But then in the music video, you've got a bunch of abstract shit that doesn't mean anything, but it feels right. Like, it feels how the song feels, and
Yeah,
it's abstract. It's all symbolic. So dreams are good for that, because there's some aspects of life that are like, you really have, and I feel like women are better at this because they're more feeling oriented. There's certain things that aren't logical. A lot of things, probably most things, aren't logical. And if you're thinking solely logically, then you're going to miss most things. So anyway, um, I
man,
realized,
that's the guy.
have I been cutting out?
No, 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 you good, you good.
All right, cool. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to go into the dream because it's just weird, but like, I realized that, I like, I open girls up, like I open them up, and I might just do this with people generally, but like I open girls up and then I just leave them open, you know? And I'm realizing that that's like, as I sit with contemplation, I realize that can be quite dangerous, because certain, like, people aren't always ready to be opened up. And then when they're opened, they're like so vulnerable. And then I'm not, it's so abstract, but I don't finish, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't finish the piece. It's like they open up and then they want me to do this. But instead, I open them up and then I just give them a mirror to look at themselves
Yeah,
and I walk away. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
And like, that can be useful to have that person in your life, but like, that's also very dangerous and it can be quite reckless. And I've been realizing that I do that with people, maybe just people
Dangerous for
generally.
yourself or the people that are.
For the person, it can be dangerous for the person, and it's very hard to express this to someone, that they've made you feel this way, that they've made this mistake. You know, it's hard to express those kind of abstract feelings, and I'm realizing that that's maybe something, like, I don't really want to talk to people about it, like, or apologize, because I don't. It's not really. It's not about that. It's just something I've been realizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and bro. That's why dreams are so important, bro. Like,
Yeah, like I feel so shit if I go to sleep and I don't really know. Hello?
Yeah, you were talking about you feel shit when you don't dream or you don't remember your dreams.
Yeah, when I don't remember my dream, because they're usually so mad and like in tune with things that are happening like in life and shit in ways that you don't even know.
Mm.
And like you were saying, how so symbolic they are and shit. And remember that dream I told you about the Rick and
Spaceships.
Morty one? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
My mind where I was like, huh.
yeah,
Huh. Because it really didn't make sense, bro. I was like, how the hell? At least it was like, I I think I explained to you that like Rick and Morty like painted the picture of what my dream looks like, but like, because it feels wrong for me to say that like that's exactly how it looked like that's how it looked like, but
Oh, and it was it was in the new season, right?
yeah, and
Yeah,
like
I
I
still haven't watched that. I'm gonna need to watch that season just so I can get that image. But yeah, I remember you were saying
there's a new season coming out, bro.
I don't know, bro. I just sometimes something's so good that I don't care anymore, and I think that's the case with Rick and Morty. But I'm I'm gonna watch it anyway. Um,
It's good, dude. You know what you should watch?
what?
BoJack Horseman. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh yeah, man, that show is too depressing, bro. I watch it.
Yeah, okay,
I watch it with
it
my
is really
brother and shit.
depressing, but it gets good.
I know. My brother's been telling me it's one of the best shows. I was watching it before him even. I used to binge watch it with this girl. Like we would just like, but it was just like some Netflix and chill shit. Like we weren't really paying attention, but we kind of were. So I kind of I get the vibe of the show, and it's cool. But I doubt I'll ever watch it if I'm gonna be honest, bro. There's so many things to watch and so many
Yeah,
things to do, bro.
there's more things to watch than there is to do.
It feels that way. It really does.
Yeah.
It does feel that way.
There's Netflix,
Which
there's
is
Hulu, there's all this other shit, there's
does
IGTV.
me.
Bro, there's so many options.
Mm, I've been watching quite a few old movies as well. Watched you know what's been quite interesting actually. Cause like I usually watch movies based on like random just a random like for some reason I felt like watching Mars Attacks. I don't know if you heard of that. It's a movie about Martians attacking Earth, but it's like really funny. I'd never seen it before, and I was like, I want to watch this. And then it had weird it had weird similarities to like because it was based on like the you the movie kind of chronicles like Earth's reaction to these Martians. It kind of mirrored a lot of what's happening with this virus. And then
So,
and then the next movie I watched was Nosferatu, which is an old silent horror movie, like one of the old school like horror movies about some vampire. And it also mirrored like a lot of the virus shit as well. I'm not trying to suggest it's like a conspiracy, but it's
what do
just
you think that suggests about the virus or humans?
I think it maybe suggests that like we're programmed to deal with certain like circumstances in a certain way and that it's repetitive. It's a repetitive program maybe.
So
Yeah.
no,
That's maybe that cuz that could explain why I feel the way I feel with this shit. Like the first thing I felt when this stuff started to like when it started to look like oh this is really a thing like the first thing I felt was like I've seen this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that was really like genuinely that was the first thought that came into my head was like I've seen this. This is I've seen this movie and it's not even that good. Like it's not a fun movie. I never really liked I never really liked zombie movies too much, like except the really good ones or the really funny ones. Like Mars Attacks is funny, and this whole shit's funny, bro. Like all this shit's funny. Like I know my grandma has it and shit, so it's real. But like I don't know, it's also funny. Like I just find it funny that people like certain things. Just I find funny, like everyone's saying the same words and shit, like in these, and then add a word times. You know what I'm saying? In these times, like I've heard that sentence so many times. In these, you know what I'm saying? In these trying times, you know
It's
what I'm
because
saying?
it's a surrounding sentence of a popular word that's in the air right now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, and
so
I just find that funny that like people can be programmed to all just say the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's funny to me. But I'm not mad at it
and
because
fucking what else? Everybody,
no,
no, I don't move.
yo,
I'm moving.
what color your nails, bro?
There's purple and crisp like colors.
Oh, that's you looking fabulous, bro. Sashika
Looking.
would be proud.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
man.
Bro, let me tell you niggas, man. This nigga
You
was
still
you.
talk to her?
Nah, man. I miss Sashika, man. Sashika,
Damn,
get at me.
that was
I
time.
was introducing this nigga to girls, fam, because I thought he was moving down here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I was hooking this nigga up with girls every center of London, bro.
Bro, remember when we got lost and we fucking walked for ages in the wrong direction and we thought we were going in the right direction. We were like going to an interview or some shit and
An
we
interview.
we went to like
Oh,
Boots some shit
are you talking
and we were
about
on that.
the modeling?
No, to go see a school, bro. We were gonna see an interview first.
Oh
I mean, video,
yeah, I remember that.
and we
Yeah,
kind of got late
yeah, I remember.
in one direction. We thought we were going the right way, so we were going
Mm-mm.
the wrong way. Then we had to go all the way back. That shit was so funny to me.
That's weird. That day went out of my head. That must have been pretty boring. Like I do remember it now that you mention it though, and I remember we
I mean,
we were strangely productive. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like how long were you here for? You were
yeah,
here
bro,
from.
we were straight up making moves, bro. Like
Yeah,
house
man.
and shit. But
You
then we'd have like times where we were just in the house for like.
Yeah, but you'd get irritated. I remember you didn't want to stay in the house too much. You actually got me out of a funk, man. You got me out of like a I was falling into a hole, bro.
Yeah.
I was falling into you was a light in the dark, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Cause I was doing too much. I don't like shit. I don't go outside.
Yeah.
Mm,
I'm like, I don't like shit. I can't stay inside.
yeah, that's how I be now. I'm more like that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm forced to be inside.
Bro,
So
back home in Dar, I was never at home, bro. I was always out the house.
mm,
Like straight after lunch, I'd be out. Go like do some shit or like, hang out with some like friends of mine and shit after school and all that.
the
Especially
surfboard.
yeah, all that wavy beach, you know.
Yeah, you cut out for a bit, but I assumed you were still talking about surfboards.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even worth like me telling you
You
to repeat yourself. I can kind of see where you're going with it. Yo, show me the bracelet, bro. What is that?
it's a hair tie, bro.
Oh, okay.
Colorless is the new trending color, bro.
For real.
Colorless nails, colorless rubber band, colorless bottles, but that's always been a thing.
So just plastic. Plastic. Plastic's the new thing.
Glass is colorless. Transparent.
True.
Transparency.
What do they call it? Opaque.
Honesty 2020.
Okay. I see where you're going with this.
You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely. It takes
Yes, sir.
it takes on whatever color you give it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Chameleon
It just,
vape.
just depends on the vision, you know. You gotta have that vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of vision, I segue now. Do you like my new glasses?
I was about
What are
to
you thinking
say
of the look,
something.
bro?
I was about to say something about them. They look like my very first ones. I fuck with them.
Wait, you wear glasses?
Yeah, bro.
Let me see. How did I not know this? What the fuck?
But these aren't my first ones. I've been wearing glasses for like 2 years now, bro.
Okay.
Yes,
But
sir.
I don't
Yes,
even need to
sir.
wear these right now, man.
I hate these shits, bro.
Yeah,
They're
glasses be making my face mad sweaty, fam. I don't like it. You know, I went a whole year with like, let me not even get into it, but like I went a whole year without wearing glasses, man. And it was a
Me too, bro.
but is your vision as bad as mine though?
No.
My vision is really, really bad. Like I'm legally not allowed to drive without glasses. And I went a whole year without wearing glasses, maybe more. And it was
Guys, bro.
yeah, I know. I just gave up on
Mm.
seeing shit, you know? Like now like everything's different. Like walking around's different.
You're bad.
Yeah, bro. Like walking around's different. Being social situations are different now because I can see people's eyes and shit. It's really
Word.
it's changed my whole outlook on life, which
That's
is
crazy.
so silly, like so simple. Such a simple thing.
Where like when I got my glasses, like my new ones the first time, and I put them on, holy shit! I was like, wow, I've been so blind for like so long. But
Mm,
like, how long have I been this blind? But it was like everything was in HD. I was looking at my
yeah.
friend next to me. I think it was Kim next to me, and he was like,
Hey Kim,
I was like,
how is
can
that
you?
guy, bro? Mr. Kim.
Of course,
Yo, how's Kim, man?
Kim's chilling. Not too bad. He's getting a job over here,
Mm,
over the in these times, as we say.
mm.
Mm. And his his fucking his what do you call that shit? His CV or resume or whatever.
Yeah.
His shit was so jokes, bro. He lied like
Oh yeah, man. There's no
the
other
whole
way.
thing. But yeah. But like it's such a clean lie as well. Like there's no way it
I
does
went
not
to
look.
the moon.
I worked in McDonald's as CEO.
Facts, bro. Yo, McDonald's. No, I just want to take a more humble role. I'm saying he's trying to go back to his roots.
That's like Todd and BoJack Horseman, bro. That shit's so
Who's that? The
crazy.
dog?
No, the guy that used to live on his couch.
Oh yeah. That guy.
Guy becomes
He's
a
on a.
fucking millionaire later in the show, bro.
Mm.
Then he like donates the millions and by tipping it to a waiter or something.
Oh, serious? Imagine that. Imagine getting 1 million from a tip, and then you can just buy the restaurant.
But
you, you just buy the fucking restaurant, bro.
but then he ended up knowing so many people in Hollywood that he just like got jobs doing so much shit.
Mm-hmm.
Lit. I'm trying to be like Todd. Dude,
Just become a millionaire by accident, right? That's the dream.
well, not really become a millionaire by accident. I would love to be a millionaire, but I think there's already too many millionaires. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to be a billionaire?
I'm trying to be a 100,000 air,
I
hundred
mean,
thousand.
there's plenty of those, bro. The fuck, nigga? There's more of those than millionaires. I mean, there's probably more people trying to be millionaires
Bro,
than there are trying to be 100,000ers. So yeah,
bro, no, I'm just trying to get my money and
just trying to live.
trying to get my money
Just
and
trying
cut.
to live. Trying to make it to another day, bro. No,
No,
I'm aiming at a bill.
a billion. Kim has
Yeah,
been aiming at a billion since he was like 13, bro.
yeah,
Always like looking up these billionaires and shit and like their worth and the how they make money and
yeah.
shit.
I could see that in his Instagram. He's got the aspiring billionaire Instagram. Look, you got that pic where he's at the beach looking into the distance with his shades on.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He's looking at his future.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah, man. Shouts Kim. How's Mel? Nah, fuck that. I don't want to talk about people that I want to keep the audience somewhat engaged.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But shouts Kim, shouts Melvin, shouts the whole
That's Kim.
Kasiga tribe. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
whole gang.
The whole gang, bro. These
Actually, fuck the gang. Death of the gang. Fucking lone wolf.
Lone Wolf, yes, that's what it is right now, man.
That's what it is in these times.
At least as far as you're concerned. I got me, my mom, and my brother. So that's who I'm working with right
I
now.
got some. I got some company still. I got some company still.
You got roommates?
Well, not in my room, but
Oh, you got a
I
room
got.
to yourself?
Yeah, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
Tiny ass room though. Very small room. I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say. Yeah, bro. About getting this bill, bro. Like, I'm just trying to do my modeling things, and this shit just halted everything, which is why it's annoying. But like, when this whole shit started, I was so happy. School was canceled and shit. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this shit. And shit, yeah, but I want to like get to doing shit, but nothing can be done right now, and that
Mm.
sucks. It's a bit shitty, but you know what? Yeah, photos I took for the shoot, which the audience will see in the link in the subscribe box or whatever. Um, the pictures are 10, bro. I really like the pictures that I got, and I'm gonna
The
send
ones
them to
you
my
sent me on WhatsApp?
yeah.
Yeah,
That
there
was
was
just a
there was
start
the
to it,
one,
man.
the specific one I commented on. That was a really nice one.
The one where I'm glaring into the nose of the camera.
I guess, yeah. The fuck, yeah, I guess. I didn't know cameras had noses, but yeah, the one I commented on. Um,
Yeah, that was all an hour away from here that my friend took me to. I was like, that was my first time there, yeah. And I just like I went thrifting. I told you I got all the clothes from the shoot from thrifting and
mm-hmm,
shit. I thrifted the day before, and I'd never been to the town before. I was just like, fuck it, it's a small town. I'm sure there's like cool um spots to shoot at and all that shit. So we went there and bada bing, bada boom. Bro, they have a tank just chilling and like, I think it's next to a school or some shit.
an army
And I
tank.
wanted to take a picture. Yeah, like an army tank, bro. Like it's like on display and shit. And it's just like in the middle of the town. That shit's so I haven't gone down to it. I want to like climb on top.
Yeah, man. How you gonna see a tank and not climb on it, man? That just sounds like a waste. Waste of, on that isn't that what tanks are for? What is a tank for if not to be climbed on?
Oh yeah, man. You know, like, were you even a 21st century man if you didn't climb a tank?
I'm a
Like,
tank, bro. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I heard that tanks don't even do anything. They're just a fake invention that is meant to be climbed on. All right, bro. It's not even funny.
some people
All right,
say that they're the cousins of elephants.
tanks.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
they have those big noses like
Yeah.
cameras. You know, tanks, elephants, and cameras all come from a
All right.
single
All
a single root
right.
family.
Maybe the audience has had enough.
Yeah, man. The audience is like, "What the fuck am I watching? What am I listening to?" But the madness continues, bro. Let's dive deeper. Let's dive deeper into the
Bro,
madness.
the like sculpture at the back of your like shoulder that you had upstairs is like looking at me, bro. That shit is in my face, bro.
What right now?
Yeah.
Bro. I didn't even put it there. That shit just followed me, G. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Crazy.
nah. That's a sculpture that it's what can I say? I put certain vibes on some shits, and then I just like to keep them around me sometimes, or keep them in certain places if I want that place to have a certain vibe. Like that sculpture is like it's like an ocean goddess. It's got that kind of vibe. So keep me wavy,
You always gotta keep it wavy, keep it loopy.
keep it wavy, yeah, wavy at all times. Anyway, I do have something I did want to talk about.
Yeah.
I want to get to the root
The root
of
of the dreadlock rasta.
yes, dreadlock right? No, not that. Buffalo. But nah, I remember mentioning if we were to write a letter to, because another interesting thing you said in regards to your shroom trip was that you felt
I
like
forgot we talked about that.
yeah
That's about a lot of this shit, bro. Damn. This is an
yeah
awesome episode.
um you mentioned that you felt like you had like 100 pieces or parts of yourself.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then I asked, were the parts of yourself connected or were they in disharmony with each other? And I don't remember what you said, what your response was.
Um, I don't remember what I said, yo, but that part of it was crazy. Like it was like when I say different, like 1,000 people, like what I'd rather say like it felt like I was different, like different spirits of myself were being expressed like through me, you know. It was
Mm,
like there was channels or frequencies of being that I was living in. So at one point I was like I was so zen. I was just like chilling and staring at the fucking um wall or some shit. Another second really angry or like contemplative on some topic or something I'm feeling bad about, and then I go really deep back into being zen and shit,
mm.
you know. So it was like if emotions could be people, I was becoming those different people as I was feeling those emotions, like holy, you know. I was so immersed in this feeling.
It's almost like those different aspects of yourself have their own stream that they
Yeah, yeah,
experience independently, and you can tap into whichever. And as you tap into one, it's like it was already happening almost.
yeah. It was like there was a main switch motherboard or some shit. I'm just like plugging in different units and shit and changing from like red to blue to yellow and shit.
Mm. And that's a very interesting way of putting it, and a way of like seeing self as like, because we generally identify ourselves with a central point of consciousness, but
Yeah,
like, yeah, there are these different fragments, because even with how I mentioned before, with like how you can have a stream of thought and then fall out of that stream of thought, and it's almost like falling off of an actual vehicle. Like it's almost like you're
yeah,
falling off of something. It's like these aspects of yourself operate um almost like independently of your conscious experiencing mind, which is like a very interesting way of seeing self. Because then
yeah.
it's like, okay, what do I choose? Like, what do I choose?
It's like, do I be backseating like that the things flow freely, or like am I conscious and like letting like am I seeing myself see these things happen? That's the
Mm.
shit that trips me out a lot. Oh, I was gonna say something, but it literally just slipped my mind. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So with a with like falling off like a stream uh consciousness or thought, like if you fall from like this frequency to this one, like what is that frequency like resonating with, like vibrating to, or like what um provokes it, or what is it like reacting to, like
What
if you're in a certain,
the thought that you fell off of?
no, like let's say if you're in a zen state, right?
Mm.
Is that zen state like, if we have these different aspects of ourselves, is that zen state like a natural self, or is it triggered by, I'm losing my question, bro.
I I get,
Honestly.
yeah. Nah, keep going. Take your time. You know what? I'm gonna get a bottle of water, and you may have gotten your thing by the time I get back.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I got it.
All right.
Yo. So I think I got it. I was trying to say, 1 second. Oh. Yeah, I was trying to say what leads us then to like to feeling these different kind of ways, or being in different kind of mind states, or how do we get to these states of like
I think it's
zen?
is I think the most obvious answer is it's a matter of like giving what you take, or taking what you give, or receiving what you give. Like you feed certain thoughts, and it creates a bigger, because these are realms that you're creating mentally. So the amount of time you put into creating a, let's say, a beautiful realm, the easier it is for you to tap into that realm, and the more naturally that realm will feel for you. Because one thing I noticed from being depressed, the longer you are depressed, the more comfortable it becomes, and happiness becomes a discomfort. And you have to actually train yourself and like consciously practice being happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's all just energies. It's not like, I don't know if there's an energy or state of being that is just natural, except maybe there's a certain level of calm and like joy that is natural. That is the natural Buddha state, you can say. But like when you come into like being a person, and all of the realms and different emotions that a person can feel, it is what it is. Like you do what you do.
You're chewing into that apple very chewy like.
Yeah, I'm just it's annoying, like having I feel like I have a pressure to give the right answer, but there isn't really a right answer. And I feel like there's also a big part of it is also just keeping the vibes high, and just like, I don't know, man. Life is so strange, because like you have to do things that make you happy, but then also comfort is something that you need to avoid. So you should maintain a certain level of happiness, and purpose is a big one, whilst also constantly challenging yourself and being uncomfortable, and being like finding that discomfort, finding pleasure in that discomfort.
I guess you have to be dynamic with your consciousness.
Mm-hmm. Certain things are hard to talk about. Like you kind of just have to do them, I guess.
Yeah.
Which takes us to a bit of a wall when it comes to a podcast, because like the whole point of a podcast is to talk.
We're learning how to do it. I'm new to this shit. Forgive me.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you're older than me, bro. Like
older than me, older than you.
Yeah, like there's a certain level of calm that you have that is like natural. It's your natural state. And that's
weird.
To me, that's an expression of wisdom. I feel like you can sense calm on people. You can sense calm, you can sense anxiety, and all the other different things you can sense. And like when I sense someone has a genuine calm and trust in their own like system, it's it's cool. Not to dick ride, is it?
Someone listen to this and be like, oh man, yo.
This is nah, this is my guy though, bro. I've known this nigga since he was, when did I meet you, bro? You were 10 years old?
Since I was womb, bro.
Nah, I wasn't the womb, but like this nigga was like 8, 9 years old, bro.
Yeah, actually. That's crazy. But remember when we pulled a prank on Kim that one time when we went to fucking like
I feel like I've been pulling pranks on Kim since I've known him, bro. I don't remember not pulling pranks.
we locked him out of the room or some shit.
Oh
Did you
yeah,
watch
and his
it?
mom got really mad. Yeah. That was lame.
He
I
was
don't,
so vexed about it as well. It was so funny.
yeah, I felt bad though. I felt bad.
Yeah, I
You know.
felt kind of bad too, but I thought it was funny. So.
Mm. Um,
Dude, being in uni is so weird, man.
Also,
Like, you have class, but you don't really need to go to it.
that
I
that
love
that fucked with me, boy.
that.
That fucked with me
Like,
for real.
I have a psychology class that I've been to like 5 times, I think, and it's twice a week, bro. I'm just like, nah, fuck it, because it's at 10 a.m. and the
Mm.
teacher is just it's an introduction to psychology, so it's so fucking boring. And the teacher is hot though, and I think that's why a lot of people go to class. But the rest of her shit is her material is trash, bro.
Yeah,
And the lectures are so bland. It's not worth it. So I'd never go.
that's
But then it's
that's.
bad because now I stopped taking the class as serious, and I missed a couple of quizzes and shit. But
Mm.
I'll make up for it in the finals. And then yeah, um, the bitches is weird, bro.
Went to school.
Yeah.
Also,
No, I'm capping. The bitches, I love the bitches here, bro. It's amazing.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I didn't even have the like university experience, so to speak, because as far as like I don't know, girls going crazy. I don't even know. I feel like it's a myth, but like I
No, it
didn't.
is. It is a myth. It's not like fucking parties every day and shit and like bitches.
And even when there was like, even when there was, because I went to university where like half the school was local. It was in
Oh shit.
London. Yeah, I was in East London, so half of the people there were just like they lived down the road. So like
That's a bit.
they weren't in like a new place and like trying to
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. So that's kind of the vibe it was. It was more like I was in college. Like it just felt like I was in just kind of like I was in some government place where we had to do a course. Shit, it didn't feel like I was doing some like you know whatever the fuck they try and make school look like.
It makes
But with
school
you,
look.
it's different, bro. You're in a new country,
Yeah.
so what's
It's,
is the Canadians is this is what they say true?
yeah, it's all fucking true. They all are so nice. They'll like fill up your gas for you and then like park your car, drive it home, and then come back and get their car and shit. Like that's how nice they are, bro.
God damn.
It's great. It's great. I'm not
Yeah.
complaining.
I mean, it's better than being in like New York or some shit.
Yeah. Imagine living in New York, bro. Like that shit must be so mad. Like there's
Mm.
so many artists there. There's so much going on. There's so many people, tourists all the fucking time. Damn,
I
bro.
guess it would depend where you are, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
I'm the type of nigga like I'm gonna figure out where the black people are and where the you know where shit's normal. You know, I don't like spending too much time with like hipsters and hippies and druggies and shit. Cause that's naturally where I fall into. Like if I'm gonna be in like a school setting or some shit, I'm gonna end up chilling with them niggas because
Yeah.
they have at least like a certain level of calmness to them.
They have some mental to their mental.
Yeah, some interesting conversations might come out of it. Cause like
Yeah.
certain people, and I feel like I'm in that bracket. Like certain people fall into a certain archetype, but that's only because there are archetypes. Like there are characters, you
Yeah.
know. So everyone has to fall into one, but like
Yeah.
everyone's so much more expansive than that. But like
Yeah.
People are lazy.
People don't want to, what's the word? Become themselves.
Not only do they, it's not even about becoming yourself. It's like the people around that person might not even want to see that person for who they are, you know? They'd rather them see them
Oh, so
as an
rough.
archetype. Yeah. Either way, either or, both. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like ego conversations, right? Which is basically any conversation, like
Yeah. I'm
like
not saying
like
what the fuck's an ego conversation. Like an ego conversation is like a super like that's like a that's like a clashing of the gods. Like
like it's so much collision happening at the same time because there's the how I view myself, okay, mask on,
mhm.
and then there's the how I view you, mask on, and vice versa for yourself.
And then
That's
how I
so,
view you,
yeah.
and then how that makes me feel about how I view myself.
You see,
Oh,
it's just
like you
like
got a fucking inception.
exactly, bro.
Hmm.
And we move around this world that we can't touch, but it's there, and we've made up with each other for each other. It's great, but it's also not so great. Like all things, you know.
Yeah, it's layers. It's layers to this earth shit, man.
There's layers to this earth shit, you know.
Yeah, man. Literally, bro. The earth got layers. The earth got layers, and it got a core. You got a crust, nigga.
And it got lays, it got potatoes,
Lay's
fat.
Lay's potato chips, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then if you come to UK, you got Walkers. Walkers. That's some weird
but
shit,
the
bro. Like
fucking streets
how
of
how do you have the same like the same brand of chips? One place you call them Walkers, and another place you call them Layers. It's like,
right,
what's the
bro.
politics behind that? What? How does
Yeah,
that
yeah.
work?
Just name branding, bro.
I
Branding
guess.
is so important these days, bro. Like branding is such a hot currency, bro. It's right there next to money. It's almost parallel to money, but it's like
Yes, because
it's slightly
branding is
like
like, nah, it's actually more important than money because like when if for
it's a
whatever reason,
prerequisite to money.
yes, yeah, because like if money stops working how it works, you still have the branding. Because branding is just it's just the mind control of like people seeing something as valuable.
Yeah.
So if they see it as valuable, they're still gonna like, bro. If money stops existing, people are still gonna want Lay's chips. They're still gonna want McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
You know
Like
what I'm
I've been
saying?
looking at McDonald's and I'm just like, wow, for the branding, you know?
McDonald's
And I'm just like,
is very it's a work of art, really, man.
exactly,
It
bro.
really is, bro. Like I
Every
even just the beauty, like the art of like being able to sell me the same food. It
and
always tastes trash, but I still want it.
I'm
That's
still buying it.
I mean, yeah, every now and then I might still buy that shit, but like, bro, that shit's crazy. Like, I remember when I was a kid, not kid, but like, I started realizing this when I was like 17. Like, I'll I'll buy McDonald's, and every time I eat it, I wouldn't enjoy it. Like, I wouldn't like it, but then I'd buy it again, thinking I'd enjoy it.
Literally,
It's
literally.
that's some beautiful shit, bro. That is amazing.
The that's like some they tapped into the mind in a different way using their big M's and their Big Macs and all
Everything,
that shit.
man. They somehow even the clown shit, bro. How
Yeah,
have you
bro.
got a clown and no one's afraid of that nigga? Like everyone's
No,
afraid of clowns.
because they're feeding into the fear to sell the love, bro.
It's like
They got
it's reverse
yeah,
psychology.
all that shit, man.
Cause you wouldn't like, bro, you wouldn't want Ronald to stop smiling, bro. Cause yo, a nigga. You don't even want to. You don't even want to go down what Ronald's got going on in his head, boy. Sure.
Bro, it's like cigarettes, right? Like the boxes, I think I've told you this before, but like the boxes are so like nicely designed and like beautiful colors decorated,
Mm.
all these nice lines and shit, clean cut. And then inside it's just a fucking cigarette, like you can make the cigarette look good, bad, this way, that way. But the box is made to sell the cigarette. And that's like branding, you know?
Mm.
And that shit got me so interested in cigarettes that I was collecting fucking packs and shit back in darn shit.
Okay.
Until I had a whole collection, like a whole drawer full of cigarette boxes. And eventually, I made the cigarettes into like a guitar installation piece thingy. I like
Oh.
glued the packs of the cigarettes into the back of a guitar. I don't know what it means, but it means something, and I don't know what that something is, but it means something, or it speaks something. And like when I thought of it, I was like, "Oh, I need to make this happen," and I did.
That's kind of cool. I mean, what I usually, or not usually, when I'm now that I'm thinking about it, like I feel like cigarettes have like a kind of like, at least the original branding of it is like debonair, like because like movie stars used to like the cool movie stars in like the 30s and the 40s, like they were smoking cigarettes, so like they were giving it kind of like a cool kind of
Yeah,
Frank Sinatra kind of vibe to it.
yeah,
Like sipping a bourbon and smoking a cigarette indoors because it was the 40s and shit. They were able to smoke cigarettes on planes at one point.
yeah, bro, mad shit.
Yeah,
They're being
man.
cigarettes to pregnant ladies and
Pregnant, yeah, man. Niggas are
crazy.
stupid. Like that's how I feel. That's how I feel about like people now. Like I feel like shit is that bad now. The shit that
Yeah,
we're doing now is that bad right now.
you only ever know in
You just
hindsight.
have to, yeah, you just have to wait until the new cancer comes out, and it's like, oh, okay, we can't do that thing anymore. So
Yeah.
sorry, millions of people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're doing okay so far, I guess,
With what? Corona?
with everything.
Nah, I don't think we are, man. We've
I
got
think
like,
we could be doing way worse. I mean, we're doing bad, but it could be way worse.
I mean, it depends who's we. Like, who's we? Who's the we? What, you talking about the whole human race?
Yeah, the whole human race, bro.
I mean, everyone's doing that thing, man. Shouts humanity, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
shout outs fucking Homo sapiens one time in the room.
yeah, man.
Pew, pew,
Homo.
pew.
Because it's not easy being a human. I'm not even trying to judge, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
eat all the GMO products you want to eat, bro. I'm as addicted to processed meat and sugar as everyone else. So I'm not even trying to judge. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and also, I feel like people, especially black people, are very adaptable. Like you give us shitty food and we'll somehow make it work. So it is what it is.
Who's all black people? Oh.
Yeah, there's some, and that's the next wave, bro. That's the next thing, cause like we gotta distinguish, bro. We gotta distinguish who's really black, cause that's actually the real. That's the real.
That's the next currency, bro.
That too, but it's also the real cosmic battle has
Yeah.
actually been is actually not even it's not even black versus white. It's black versus non-black. Or like it's black versus like it's real niggas versus fake niggas or real niggas versus bitch niggas, whatever the fuck. However you want to put it, like that's gonna be the next thing of like because black people think we can all band together and just beat the white man and shit. And that's not even what it is, bro. Cause these fake niggas are gonna take over, bro. That's what it will really be. The fake niggas will band together while we giving them a pass or some shit. we giving them a pass. Like, yeah, you're one of us, but nah, bro. They're not because they think different. There's black people that just think different to the average nigga, boy. And they're there. Like we know it. We know it in
Yeah.
our heart. We know it. But we think just because like, you know what I'm saying, we have a common enemy, but we don't, bro. Because they be
These
and that's the next shit. Watch, bro. It's not because there's white people that I respect more than some black people. So he's cutting out.
hello.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Dude, sometimes I think, imagine if I was white. Like, I just try and imagine myself as a white man, like male, white.
Mm-hmm.
And I try and imagine what I would look like, and I can't. And then I try and imagine if I was like born to a different family and shit, which implies being white as well. Like, imagine not being you, but you were you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I would I've thought about it, but like I've never gone that far into the thought of being a white person. But like
What's is
I
everybody is
I feel like I'd go crazy, I'm gonna be honest, because like I already struggle I already struggle with black people, to be honest. White people have their whole own situation going on, bro. So they got their whole own sunken place to deal with. Like we got our sunken place, they got a sunken place for real, you know? Cause imagine being white, bro. Very few white people like have come to terms with what it is that reality is
Word.
on many levels. Like yeah, I don't know how to put it. It just how can I say?
Shit, my phone's about
Like imagine, bro. Imagine you're white, right? And you're like somewhat conscious, or just conscious, like whatever consciousness may mean to you. Like you consider yourself to be conscious and like um aware of like how things are working around you in a nuanced way and how like society functions. Imagine trying to explain to your liberal family that they're actually like extremely racist. You know what I'm
that.
saying? Imagine that. Imagine trying to do that for like your whole childhood or your whole, you know, whatever, adolescence and shit. That sounds frustrating as fuck.
Yeah, like moving around your family, trying to like explain to them how shit is fucked up or
Mm-hmm.
be better than that. It must be very frustrating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's got their own shit. Everyone's got their own little corona. Yeah, bring it all back, all full circle.
nice.
But
Bro, when's the last time you listened to fucking Harmontown?
oh shit, that show finished, bro.
It
The
ended,
last,
yeah?
yeah, the
Yeah.
last episode. Yeah, I listened to the last episode actually. I've rarely listened to it. I rarely listened to that, but like I saw it had last episode, so
I used to love that.
I did start Dungeons and Dragons though.
Oh,
Started my
they're doing that?
huh?
They're doing that?
No, I've started playing it.
Or you started playing it? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
met
yet.
some guys here that played it and like they were talking about their whole setup and shit and like their characters. It sounds really mad, yeah.
Mm.
I'd love to like get
You know what?
engaged.
I can't even tell you because I just made the characters and I learned how it, because I'm gonna be the dungeon master. And
Oh, word.
so I've got to wait for I made a character for, was it three or four of my cousins. So I'm just waiting for them to come over so we can start. But yeah, man, it's quite interesting. Like it's literally like there's a lot of freedom to, there's a lot of rules, but there's also a lot of freedom.
What are the rules to it? Like the
I
basic,
mean, it's
most
also,
basic.
you can also kind of bend the rules as well, but like the most basic of the rules are like your character has a certain amount of like moves. You got to roll the dice, and it works according to like um
The points you get on the dice.
the dice, yeah, the points you get on the dice. And that's pretty much what I can say off top, to be honest. Like I don't know the rules. Like when I figured out that
Alright, bro. It's like fucking 6 in your ends or some shit.
yeah.
Wow.
This is about the time I'll be going to sleep, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when I figured out I could break the rules, I was like, fuck it. I don't need to read the rules too tough. I did read the rules, but like, yeah.
Nah.
But shit, is there anything else we can touch on? Any other topics? I wrote down some shit. But I left the paper upstairs. So
Oh,
I'm not gonna go get it. I just remember I wrote shrooms, the shroom trip, we've gone over that. Heidegger. We touched on Heidegger and his Nazism.
it's not the booty.
Yeah, his Nazi booty scratcher.
It's Quavo's birthday today. Shout out Quavo.
Yeah, happy birthday, Quavo. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
R.P. Pops. Well,
Yeah, Rip Pop Smoke. I do want to leave this. You know what? I do want to give us a challenge before we leave.
yes.
I want us to leave this with some sort of methodology that we can leave ourselves and others with to raise their own personal vibration, emotion, so that they can deal with their emotions in a way that is empowering for themselves, ourselves. And like I feel like an easy one is like meditation. Like bro, you can sit down, close your eyes or not, and just like think about some shit that you like makes you happy, and then eventually you'll be happy, right?
Mm.
All right, cool. How can you utilize that as a technique to, because I had an idea the other day, I think it was after we were texting, and I was thinking, right, you can implant things with, you can inject it into certain things. um you can create symbols out of pretty much anything, and then that symbol will have a whole load of associations with it, i.e., say I take, say I focus on this apple, right? I focus on it and I go into a meditation where this apple becomes a portal to a certain realm that is like my spot. Like everything I want is there. Like all the breasts, the bums, beautiful girls everywhere,
You
honey.
you cut off. You cut off from
Okay, from where?
from meditation on the apple.
Okay, so meditate. I meditate on the apple, and the apple becomes a portal to a realm. Am I still there? I'm assuming I am. The apple becomes a portal to a realm that is like has everything that I love and everything that makes me super happy, right? So apples then become just off of association, apples become a symbol for that realm. Have you heard everything I said? Yeah. So maybe that can be utilized as a technique for subconsciously programming um a better mental state.
Mm. I like the idea of that. I like the idea of that.
Yeah, in theory it
But
sounds like it should work, but
I mean, it could. Like, it would just have to be very, like, you'd have to make it personal.
yeah, you have to make it personal. And also, like, how would you control? You can't control everything around you. Like, if you go outside, you're not just going to see apples, you're going to see chickens, you're going to see bears, tigers. Not literally, but you know what I mean. Like, you're going to see other symbols that are like symbols for things that are like not nice.
Yeah.
So it's a cool technique for maybe a more personalized space. And then also, like, if you keep little gadgets and shit around you, like, you know. But then I don't know, another thing, singing is also good. Singing's good, but you can't sing everywhere you go. Like, I'm trying to get to a certain level. Like, I don't want emotions to be an issue for me anymore. I want to be past that. I don't want to be dealing with emotions for
Mm.
my whole life. I really don't.
But what do you
I've,
mean being past your emotions? Like they don't affect how you go about your day, or how you?
yeah, I want to be above them. Like, for example, say something happens that has an
Mm.
emotional effect on me. I want to be able to feel, I want to be able to feel it, but I want to be able to feel it, do my day normal, like however the fuck I want to do my day, and then recognize, okay, that thing, when I'm ready and I want to deal with it, then I'll deal with it, as opposed to like just having to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my emotions to have power over me. I feel like I'm in a decent space as far as that's concerned, but I want to be stronger. So I'm thinking of creative ways in which I can program like a higher mental state.
I'm sorry, you keep on cutting.
Oh man, I guess the roles are reversed. It was you last time. I was saying, yeah, I was elaborating on what I was already saying. Like, I'm trying to be above my emotions.
You know what I think it is? Yeah. It's like emotions are triggers, right? Like they're reactions to something, or what, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like a reaction to a thought causes an emotion. I think um because it's a reaction to something, like you're always gonna feel it, but it's like how you use whatever you're feeling, or how you deal with the feeling as you're feeling it, or whatever. Because
Mm.
you can feel like anger, and like let the anger like take you over, or you can feel anger as like, oh, I'm so angry right now, like you're feeling it boiling in your fucking womb. but but it doesn't have power over you. A lot of people, like people that
But if you feel it in your
that have
womb,
anger management and all that shit,
mm,
like Them people for real like feel like they get consumed by their emotions, you know, like some people really are like enveloped in how they feel and shit.
Mm. That's quite, you know what? Right after you mentioned anger management, I had a thought. Because anger management is for people who are consumed by anger, and then they it's almost like a drug, like it overtakes them. But there's not really as much support, because like I feel like an equally powerful thing can happen with sadness, but you don't really have as much of a focus on like sadness management, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like the reason for that is because anger is more likely to cause destruction, and
Yeah, yeah.
that's disruptive to well,
To the vibe.
the workplace and the vibe, whatever, other
Yeah,
people, other like
yeah.
other is
Society.
hmm?
Society and shit and like the
Yeah,
general well-being.
right. So I feel like it's that's probably why there's more of a focus on it. But as far as the individual's concerned, like sadness is as destructive.
And I think sadness is also, but it's more subtle. It's more subtle than
I,
anger.
I don't know if it is. At least it depends what you mean by subtle. Yeah, it is. It is subtle. Like it's more subtle in the sense of like it's less likely to have a direct physical effect on what people are doing. Yeah, but yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. It is more subtle.
But it's more, I don't know, more or less. What is quantity when it comes to emotion? I don't think I can say more or less about emotion. I'm more happy than you. That doesn't really make sense. I'm more happy than you.
I
I'm
feel
happy.
like,
I'm more happy.
yeah, yeah. I feel like people. Like I always felt like the way about love as well. Like I love you more. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck does that mean, bro?
Maybe when you tell someone, I guess it depends context. Like if you tell your current girlfriend, "I love you way more than I loved my ex," then it's like maybe that means like I care about you and
It means you're
I'm
trying to
not
fuck, bro.
and I'm trying to pipe.
trying to let one off, G.
Bro, I'm trying to be like the next Hugh Hefner, but I want my mansion to be in Kenya, and all the bitches are gonna be from all African countries.
Oh, that's wavy. Yeah, that's
That's
wavy.
why.
So that's wavy. Because the Playboy Mansion had like probably like three black people. Period. Yeah, nah, that
Yeah.
sounds cool, man. That sounds like a dream, really.
And then it was just
You a
yeah.
prince. You a prince like me, boy.
You just
I'm a
gotta do your prince shit, you know.
yeah. That's how princes live and be. I'm trying to live like that. But then a part of me also just wants like a wife and shit. So I'm conflicted. We'll
Trying
see
to
how
get
it goes.
away.
I'm not trying to, but a part of me wants to have one. Like, kind of lazy. I want to just have some kids and shit.
Nah, man, fuck that. I'm on the complete opposite shit. I'm on my hedonism shit right now. I'm just trying to fucking
I hear you. Get it off, man.
out here.
I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. I feel like the whole wife thing just happens when it happens, and
Yeah.
if it doesn't happen, then make your Playboy mansion. Like, why would you? You know, I mean, do what you want to do. Some people are good, just want a girlfriend, and I understand that.
What'd you say?
I was just saying, some people just want a girlfriend, and I understand that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So either way, do what it do what it do.
What it does, Louis Vidu in the house. Thank you for having me
The podcast, man.
on tonight's podcast, man.
Yeah, man. I need to figure out how, because like usually when I watch these shits, they end it at the perfect time. But like I feel like this weird feeling of like, all right, I had that. Let's end it on this. I had that idea about the apple, right? Not literally the apple, but that. What what idea could you give me if you were to just go off top?
To an idea to like to go through days with and just like get your vibes correct.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would just say I'll sign it off with a tweet that I saw from Burner Boy, and
Oh, Burner Boy saves the day
joking
again. Let's go. Yeah.
clients, you know what I mean? And he said some shit about right now when you're like in this quarantine shit, use this time to like really get to know yourself and walk in consciousness and confidence. That's what I would say to vision, you know, be conscious in your movements in your day and be and your intentions and shit. Like do shit with intent, consciousness, and confidence, you know? Because then if you're not doing it with confidence, then uh it's fear, man. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, definitely.
Those are my mantras of the week, consciousness and confidence. Yeah.
And they both start with con. Not to,
Yes.
I mean, that's not. I probably shouldn't have pointed that out, but I meant I mentioned that just because it has a
Not to
certain.
be Confucius.
Yeah, man. Shouts Confucius. And on that note, hey, man, it's been real, bro. I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm gonna post these on YouTube. Get some sleep. Hey,
All right.
3-7.
Appreciate it. Fucking 6'9" free. Everybody should be 69 today for
Yo,
the.
bro, free fucking Treyway, bro. Treyway.
everybody, fucking post your best 6'9" positions on fucking
Ah,
Twitter, Instagram.
what the
You
fuck?
know,
What's that shit?
be free demands.
Free up all the people then, man. If you're gonna free 6ix9ine, free up everyone else, you know? Anyway, peace and love. From Canada
Fuck
to
yourself.
UK to the world, baby. One love.
Yeah.